There we go. So you have to press the volume down button to start recording. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to anime, and welcome back to your video. So today I am going to be doing a list of controversial topics. Right, let's get into it. And I'm going to be saying my opinions on these very much. There's a lot of controversy in the world. I love it. Let's get straight on the video. So, yeah, so the first controversial topics is having an abortion. I mean, if you really, it's very heartbreaking when you have to give a baby away. Like, if you, there's no much to say. Abortion should not exist. Because why? I would never ever have an abortion. Never ever ever ever. I would keep it. Like, a baby only happens if people have intersex without protection, or like, yes, abortion's a very controversial topic. Like, majority, here's what I think. Obviously I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't think abortions should exist. You shouldn't have the choice to keep it or not. If you have to keep it, then, like, if you have no choice, then I guess you have to keep it. But I will always plan. Sometimes you have babies without planning them. Some kids are planned, some kids are not planned. I only believe if you really want to try and have a family, then do it. Like, always, when you don't want to have kids yet, always have protection, both sides. And because it's not dangerous. I suppose having sex is dangerous a bit, but, like, you can't, I guess you can die. I don't even know. Obviously, I need to go back to school and go back to PSHE, but, yeah, I don't think abortion should ever exist. Because abortion means when you have to, like, give the baby to somebody else and leave it. Like, you can't keep it. Like, if you, there must be some, like, bizarre reason why you don't want to keep it. You must be really weird, really mad, and not right in the head to not want to keep a baby. Because, like, putting a child, in adoption or a foster care home, or, yeah, it's not nice. Abortions are not nice. They should not exist. Next thing, these are all, like, bad things, right? So next thing is assisted suicide. It's bad enough doing it by yourself, but what's even worse is having help with it. I don't quite understand. These, I think, cultures have different things, and countries, like, if you go to high school in America, I think you get taught different things, and I think these are all like American things. But anyway, yeah, I don't like having abortions. I mean, okay, anyway. So yeah, you should never ever I don't believe that. I mean, there needs to be more. If no one killed themselves, then the world would be a happy place. But it's heartbreaking and devastating when anyone at any age decides to, you know, kill themselves. So yeah. Don't like that. Next thing is bilingual education. Now, I think it's a really good idea. Having every single school in England, Wales, Scotland, everywhere, I think everywhere should teach different, like, bilingual language, like French, German, Spanish. I think bringing in more languages, like, I know schools already teach Spanish and German and French, but bringing more, you know, I think the education should, I can barely speak English, let alone French. So if I was at school, I would have loved to be taught more languages like French, Spanish, Italian, German, Turkish. I would love to be like, because I really like the countries. Hopefully one day we'll have bilingual education. Next thing, book banning. These are all definitely American. Why would you ban books? Books are great for your English. These things are from my research Google laptop thing. You should not ban books. Never ban books, because yeah, banning books, not a good idea. No. Next one is childhood obesity. Now that's up to the parents, because as children, the parents feed them. The parents have to make the right decisions and make sure the child does not get childhood obesity. Obviously, as the child grows older and older, like in their 20s, it's their parents' duty to look after them and care for them and cook for them and feed them healthily and well, and not feed them too much or not enough. Yeah, it's like, but when you move out, then it's your own responsibility to feed yourself and not go to KFC every day, for example. Climate change. Now, we can't really control the weather or the forecast or the climate, but pollution definitely, like, not, I don't drive a car, but both my parents do own cars and they drive a car as well. Pollution can always be helped, but the forecast and the climate can't be changed. You know, it's not us that controls when it's going to rain and not rain. You know, it's not really up to us to like decide that climate. But yeah, definitely if we can do stuff to make the world a better place and more healthy and not be so polluted in all the countries and not just the UK, then great. Concealed weapons. Weapons of any sort should be illegal. Yeah, weapons should be illegal and not exist. Don't like that at all. Next one is cyberbullying. Again, a controversial topic. I mean, I'm not sure if, I think some of these are controversial and some not, because everyone thinks the same with things like, you know, with some topics, people will think the same. Like, cyberbullying, I think everyone has the same, I think on the topic cyberbullying, I think everyone has the same opinions, but with some topics, people will have different opinions. So yeah, going back to cyberbullying, yeah, it should be. If it's not taught already in school, then it should be like, yeah, it's not nice to have to be trolled. It does not stop as well. Like, there are trolls on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. Even like famous people will get trolled. Like, you can't escape the world of media. Yeah, oh, what can I say? Yeah, I think it already is taught in schools, but definitely cyberbullying, not good, not nice at all. It's not nice being bullied, and it's even more bad being bullied online by your friends. Nah, I don't like that. Next one is the death penalty. I mean, what do I think about the death penalty? Well, if it's, I don't know, like, if you were, I mean, for example, if I was Ted Bundy, or if I was like, you know, some sort of famous serial killer like Ted Bundy, or like someone like Jeffrey Dahmer, then I would rather stay in the prison. Like, because then if you're in the prison, then you can't get out. Like, I watched the Ted Bundy series on Netflix, and he had the death penalty. Obviously I can't watch things which are graphic. Or gruesome. Like gruesome or like graphic stuff, I just can't watch. I had to have the TV on mute and my face behind a pillow when the last episode of the Jeffrey Dahmer series, Netflix. I couldn't watch that. It was so graphic. It was so gross. It was like, ugh. But yeah, I just couldn't. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you are left in prison for like forever, then you're gonna die anyway, because everyone would die in their lifetime at some point, at some age, for some reason, for some cause. But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's, a question mark. I don't know. Truthfully. I mean, I'd rather people be put in prisons forever, because then they can die anyway. But I don't know. I mean, if you're in a prison, you can't be let out. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a question mark. Next one. Eating disorders. Now, I have been meaning to research how you get anorexia. It's, well, you know what, I'm going to do it right now, and my live reaction of anorexia. I know what it is, obviously, but how would you, I mean, it's when someone can't eat and doesn't eat and barely eats any food. I mean, it's hard. I mean, there are people like mental health. There are people who can help with anorexias. It will take time. It will take time. Like, it's a real issue. It is a real... the next thing is hang on, my typing is awful. My nails on. Let's have a look. Again, geography, I mean, there are people in the world that can, there are so many helplines, and there are so many, like, just going back to the eating disorders, there are like so many names of the eating disorders. You can get anorexia, you can get bulimia, I think that's how you pronounce it, pica, and rumination, and avoidant food intake disorders, and there are yeah, I mean, the most serious, it's not just one common, there are different types of eating disorders, and the most serious one is, of course, anorexia. And I'm not sure if you can be born with this or you get it over time. So what exactly is a disordered eating? So disordered eating may include restrictive eating, compulsive eating, or irregular or inflexible eating patterns. Dieting is one of the most common forms of a disordered eating. Other behaviours that may be present in a person engaging in disordered eating include fasting, binge eating. I mean, some people like eating. I mean, when you do like eating, it's called anorexia. And that's when people lose their appetite or interest. Anorexia. Yeah, so anyway, moving on. I can do it my own time. Yeah. Energy crisis. Oh my god. Energy crisis is hard. Really hard because the prices are going up and we can't really do anything about it. I mean, the prices this year is just going up and up and up and up and up. Like, if you asked an adult like my mum, or if you asked someone who's like your mum or your teachers, they'll explain to you what the energy crisis is. But yeah, I don't. My thoughts on the energy crisis. No one really likes it. No one really wants the prices of everything is going up. I don't like that because it's literally affecting everyone. Next one, gay rights. I love the LGBT community, although it's now LGBTQIA. I think the I is intersexual and then the A is for asexual, I think. Plus, yeah, gay rights. Gays should have the right to do stuff. Yeah. Hacking again. Why do we have hackers in the world? Hackers shouldn't exist. I just wish people aren't so clever. People are so clever and you can get hacked. I got hacked. It's the worst thing ever because you will lose everything and you can't do anything about it. Health insurance. Again, I mean, insurance, do you really need the insurance on everything? I don't think you need the insurance to be able to live. These are like so grown up topics, but they're very controversial. Like, you have to pay so much. Why would you? I don't understand why you would get health insurance. You have to pay £1,115 a year as of last 2 years ago. Why would you need to get a health insurance? Because it's so expensive. Like, yeah, we love that, don't we? Is it worth getting a health insurance for that amount of money? No, it's not. I mean, it's probably even more expensive if you go private, like the NHS or like, you know. I don't really, I'm still quite young and I've still got a lot to learn, a lot to learn. Thing is about getting a private health insurance is private health insurance helps people avoid long wait times for non-urgent procedures. I mean, if it's not urgent, then you can wait a bit. I mean, if it's really, really urgent, then like, and then you get like access to services that Medicare does not cover. Anywho, immigration. I think some of these are bad things and some are not. Immigration. I mean, people who immigrate from one country. I mean, it's not nice, is it, having like wars and bad stuff happening to your country. I mean, if there's nothing wrong going on in your country, then why would you leave it? Why would you immigrate from your country? Oh, it scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me. That's my thoughts on immigration. Minimum wage. It will cover everything. It depends on what. Depends. If your age, the minimum wage, the minimum income. So a single person needs to earn like £25,000 a year to reach a minimum acceptable standard. So the low income is those people who earn like below £9.85 an hour or per hour. Yeah. Everyone should get the same amount of money. Otherwise, it's not really fair. Not really fair. Organic food. That is a really bad one. Organic food. I mean, it's hard. Oh, organic food. I have no thoughts really. I have no thoughts on that one. Plastic surgery. Plastic surgery should be banned for those who don't need it. If you really need plastic surgery, then get it. But if not, then don't get it, because it's a lot of money to get surgery, and I don't understand people who want to get their lips done or get bigger boobs or get a hair transplant. Why? Just why? I have no words. Why would you? I don't understand. I don't understand. If you need to get it, that's fine. I mean, some people need plastic surgery, but some don't. Like, you don't need a plastic surgery. everyone looks fine the way they are. There you go. School uniform should definitely exist. Recycling should definitely exist. And privacy should definitely exist. Thoughts on school uniforms. All the kids and people that go to school should definitely wear school uniform. Like, I mean, what was I? Did I say? School uniform should stick around for a long time. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of kids don't like school uniforms, but I mean, you're part of the gang. Like, obviously, it's not nice to be like wear, but then when you go to college, then you can wear your own. Then you can wear your own clothes. But like school kids and schools should just keep to the school uniform rule. Everyone moving on. Recycling. Definitely. Like, everyone needs to start recycling more stuff. Like, all the recycling stuff needs to be put away properly. I mean, what can be thrown away into what is recycling? Like, you know, what can we use? What can we, like, paper can be recycled, I think. Cardboard can be recycled. Plastic can be recycled. Because I want this planet to be really, really healthy. But we all got to pull away and recycle more and put away our rubbish in the bin. Because I want all the animals to not be extinct. Like in the sea, like throwing bottles and bags in the sea, or they get washed up, then the turtles and the dolphins and seals, they will die. It's sad. I'm probably rounding on way too much, but anyway, it's very sad. We need to start listening to Sir Attenborough. But no one's listening, are they? No one's gonna want to recycle. Everyone lives differently. Everyone does their own thing. We can't really change that as people, but we can try and recycle and throw away everything and do our bit for the planet. And no, I haven't been watching Planet Earth, but you know, I want the seals to live and the turtles as well. I love the turtles. Yeah. Anywho, that was a random video. Smash the thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and see you guys tomorrow. Video. Bye everyone.